right, we're here at the 2K headquarters, and the dev team is working feverishly to get 2K24 out the door for all of you. And one big step in that process is actually happening inside right now. And today to talk about that, I'm joined by gameplay director Mike Wing. Mike, welcome back to 2K TV.
Hey, nice to see you again, Chris. Good to be here.
So I noticed we have some community members in there playing the game, giving feedback to you.
Still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign, but don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic out there with Irving, and there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Parker, and it's Beauchamp in at the small forward. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's Beauchamp. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. McGee finds Doncic. Out to Parker. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Misses the baby hook. And so it's Davis. He'll bring. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Irving. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
And, Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
They get it back. And Davis gets it to go.
Well, Davis, so dominant, so strong, so athletic, so skilled. He got everything he wanted right there.
Passes it to Irving. Irving double team. Now Parker, guarded by Jackson. Parker passes to McGee, and Davis sends it back.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Shoots over Morant. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. His leads have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. MP kicks to Bain. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bain. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Jason Kidd just a few minutes ago. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thank you, David. And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here in the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and, you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Now, here's Hardy. He's guarded close. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
And here's MP for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Doncic. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And it's Parker in the corner. Here's Beauchamp, guarded by Bain.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by Anthony Davis, and the slam dunk by McGee.
This kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
MP, good, and the nice assist from Morant. 8 points for MP.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Hardy passes to Doncic. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From the arc, McGee trying to break free. And it's Doncic missing. MP right side. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Beauchamp. Lays it up and takes it in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And the three ball is good.
Well, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's Doncic. And that one goes long. Shoots it. Again, Memphis.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's Memphis holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. See if that changes here in the second. And the Grizzlies have been rolling right along, haven't they?
They came in
So far, I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
On the court for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Parker. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Kyrie Irving. That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And a bucket like that one might be just what they need to cut into this lead.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Utah was all business. He dropped in 38 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Here's Hardaway. After the made shot from MP. Dallas again missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Fires the three. They get the rebound. Williams scanning the floor. Kicks it out to MP. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's 20 points for MP. When you think of backcourt offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. And even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Grizzlies.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Memphis leading by 14. MP outside. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Now, here's MP. 38 points for him last game against Utah.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Mavericks trail by 16. Caldwell Pope outside. Outside Irving. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Bain, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lets the three fly. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
MP looking around. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And the Mavericks call time here. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way.
And guys, they suffered a clean sweep, and for one of the best teams in the league, that cannot sit well. You know they'll come to play tonight.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Webb. Jackson comes in for Williams. And it's John Morant in for Bain. Now, here's Doncic, a big-time producer. Currently, he's averaging 25 points a game. Down low, here's McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
And you look at all the things Doncic can do. One in particular, he can control the pace of the game.
And, Greg, I love that about him. His size, his strength, his savvy, his skill set. You really can't speed him up at the offensive end. Everything he does is at his pace and his tempo. He methodically breaks you down.
5 on the clock. Here's Beauchamp. A three-pointer off the mark. Memphis leading by 16. Williams for three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Really good court awareness that time from Anthony Davis. Seeing the floor and making the right decision.
Doncic passes to Beauchamp. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Morant. Almost, but it rolls out. And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 17-7 run. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And that one, good. Morant's got his first bucket of the night.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Now shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter.
19.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
They've got Anthony Davis. John Morant, he's out there with MP. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Jackson in at the power forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half.
Not only does Davis have great skill, but he is tremendously agile. He can get shots from just about anywhere on the court.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
5 to shoot. Here's Beauchamp. Here's McGee.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Doncic against MP. And a miss there on the triple. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Pass to Doncic. From outside the arc. And Beauchamp gets it to go. Beauchamp's got 5 now.
There it is. The first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
The loudest fans will get free t-shirts. So make some noise. Make some noise. Here comes the Bridger.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. MP outside. From deep three-point range. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Back to Irving. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And the dunk by Parker.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Basket good.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Outside Irving. Steps back and fires. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And the Mavericks call time here. MP's really making a difference here.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close when he's lining up those threes.
We can't hear you.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Zubac is checked.
Substitution on the court.
There's 38 seconds left in the third. Dallas moving the ball around. Now here's Hardy. Covered by MP. Fires from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. From deep. And he gets it back. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting for Dallas. Hart, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. MP right side. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
A point he knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass them.
And so it's Memphis out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Parker. He's out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Beauchamp in at the 3 spot. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Memphis.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that mosquito.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Kyrie Irving is checked in for Dallas. Another shot in deep. Davis crosses it in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Irving can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 21. Floats it up for Davis. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McGee. Irving with a clean look. Hands it from downtown.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
And the pass to Bain. Here's MP. The tray. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trail by 18. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Bain, the bounce pass. And here's MP for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Here's Beauchamp. Irving from long range. Hits it from 3-point range.
You know, the threat of Irving's drive can open up looks for him from the perimeter. And he is a gifted scorer, folks.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. MP outside. Fires for 3. Rebound by Parker. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Morant passes to Bain. Back to Morant. Drills the three-pointer.
And how about the assertiveness from Morant, wasting no time firing. Love his approach.
Dallas calls timeout. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg, I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it.
It's that time, Grizzlies fans. Here comes your Grizzlies.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
We saw outstanding focus and really good energy from him all the minutes he was on the floor. He was determined to make an impact every time he touched the ball, and he did just that. Guys on both squads could learn a lot from what he did here tonight.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Outside Irving, McGee trying to break free, and Irving gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Doncic.
You know, in this day and age, you expect most players to drive it or shoot the three. Luka utilizing the 15 to 20 foot range here. Good idea.
Bain looking around. MP against Irving. Lets it go with the three. MP, no good.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Memphis leading by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And, guys, when you're going head-to-head against someone 4 times over the course of a season, it's a great feeling to snatch that first one. Good in-game adjustments tonight against Dallas.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
And the foul call.
Substitution on the court.
Here's MP. Lets it go from deep. Here's Webb. From the right block, the shot is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Here's Irving. Count it.
Well, you know, on some nights, Irving just unguardable, and that's when you just keep letting him do his thing.
MP outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
and it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and great run to finish it off.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.